So prediabetes is a condition where your blood glucose level is higher than normal but not high enough to be classified into diabetes. Now, why do you want to prevent diabetes? See, diabetes is a very expensive disease. The cost of managing diabetes is ridiculously high, both in a hospital setting or even at home with all those drugs, both oral or injectables. And the consultation fee of doctor is ridiculously high. So medical care is very expensive. And diabetes is a dangerous disease because it damages not only your larger blood vessels, it also damages your smaller blood vessels. So from brain to toe, it can damage any part of your body. So it increases financial burden, it increases emotional burden, and it can be a traumatic experience for some people because it's also likely to cause a lot of complications. Not to mention the side effects of the drugs that you take if you are diabetic. So it's better that you try to reverse prediabetes and prevent yourself from being a diabetic. So the fastest way to reverse prediabetes is by following a high protein diet. This is the fastest way by which you can reverse prediabetes. Now, high protein diet decreases a hormone that is ghrelin. Now this is called a hunger hormone. And one of the complications, one of the things that we see with prediabetes is that people are always hungry, and the best strategy is to suppress hunger. So pre-diabetic people are always hungry, hunger, eating, so they're always on this loop, and it increases the calorie intake. So they're also in a state of chronic calorie surplus, and it worsens the condition, and finally the people get diabetes. So high protein diet will decrease your ghrelin hormone and suppress hunger. So you are more likely to consume less amount of calories. High protein diet is also very good because of its thermic effect. It has the highest thermic effect of all those macronutrients, carbs, fats, or so the protein has the highest thermic effect. So your body will burn more calories in processing protein, and thereby you are more likely to lose weight fast. So you will lose weight without feeling hungry. This is great approach in reversing prediabetes, suppressing hunger and losing weight. So you will lose weight without feeling hungry. Now there are other things that you can do to improve this thing and suppress hunger by consuming apple cider vinegar 30 minutes before meal. 30 minutes before meal. So apple cider vinegar has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. It has been also shown that it decreases the accumulation of fat in your liver cells, and thereby it improves hepatic insulin sensitivity, and it improves the muscle blood flow. So it will help you to build more lean muscle mass, and more lean muscle mass is equivalent to improved insulin sensitivity. Next thing is that to improve the thermic effect, you should ignore the doctor's advice who say that you should consume small frequent meals. If you want greater thermic effect, you must not consume small frequent meals, but you must consume larger meals. So my advice is that you eat only 2 times a day and practice intermittent fasting and eat only 2 times a day. 2 times without any snacking in between. So this will increase the thermic effect, and you will lose weight, as well as you won't feel hungry all the time. Next thing that we see with high protein diet is that it increases the secretion of incretin hormones like GIP and GLP-1. So what they do is that they improve insulin sensitivity, and they also protect your beta cells because they prevent apoptosis of the beta cells and promote proliferation of the beta cells. So what you want to do if you have prediabetes is you want to protect the functioning of the beta cells, because beta cells, they secrete insulin. And what happens with diabetes is that as the condition worsens, there comes a state where the beta cells completely stops functioning, and then you are put on injectable insulin. So before you progress to such a fatal condition, you must try to reverse prediabetes by including a high protein diet. So this is a very good way by which you can improve insulin sensitivity and protect the beta cells of the pancreas. Then you can also improve GLP-1 by probiotics. So probiotics will also likely improve your insulin sensitivity and thereby help you to reverse prediabetes. So high protein diet and probiotics is very beneficial for you in reversing prediabetes. We want to increase this by brisk walking. Brisk walking daily for at least 20 minutes, and it is recommended that you do brisk walking for at least 5 days a week. So that's also going to improve your insulin sensitivity. That's very beneficial to you. Next thing that happens when you take a high protein diet is it decreases brain natriuretic peptide. So this is a hormone that goes up when your heart is not pumping efficiently the way it should. So if it goes high, it means that you are slowly progressing to heart failure. And if you had watched my video where I have talked about how to improve the pumping power of heart, I've already told you that a high protein diet is very beneficial in improving the pumping power of your heart. So I always tell people that you should stick around this ratio, 40-40-20, carbs, protein and fat. Of course you can do plus minus 10 depending upon your current medical condition, but this is the ratio. If you eat around this ratio, you are likely to improve your insulin sensitivity. It will protect your blood vessels, it will reverse your fatty liver, and it's remarkably good for reversing prediabetes. So include a high protein diet, do brisk walking daily for 20 minutes, 5 days a week, include probiotics in your diet, and then you also need to take the help of supplements to reverse this condition easily and in less time period. So I already told about apple cider vinegar. Now chromium picolinate supplement is also going to be very beneficial to you, and this supplement improves the impaired glucose tolerance that we see in prediabetes. This is very beneficial to you. Next thing that is very important in reversing prediabetes is counteracting cortisol hormone. So a good quality sleep is also very beneficial in reversing prediabetes because it helps you to counter stress hormone. Next thing that we have to focus is correct certain nutritional deficiency that comes with prediabetes, especially vitamin D deficiency and omega-3 deficiency. So if you have prediabetes, you are more likely to be deficient in these two things, vitamin D and omega-3. So you must try to correct this deficiency either through diet or supplements. And this approach will take 6 months to fully reverse this condition. And high protein diet does not cause any damage to your blood or any damage to your kidneys. It's a myth. Your GFR is going to be same as it was before you jump on this diet. It's not going to cause any decrease in your GFR. So this is the approach by which you can reverse prediabetes. So the conclusion is high protein diet 2 times daily without snacking in between, with probiotics, some resistant starch because it helps to generate short chain fatty acids that are anti-inflammatory, some supplements like chromium picolinate and apple cider vinegar, good quality sleep, and correcting the nutritional deficiency like vitamin D and omega-3.